Dr.V Anitha Rani, Associate Professor in Institution of Aeronautical Engineering from Dundigal. So today we are going to discuss about causes of corrosion and effects of corrosion, theories of corrosion. In theories of corrosion, chemical theory of corrosion or dry corrosion, electrochemical theory of corrosion or wet corrosion, types of corrosion, factors affecting rate of corrosion. So in the previous chapter in electrochemistry, we learnt about the basic concept about redox reaction, where redox reaction means reduction means that is gain of electrons by the metal ions. It will be reduced to metal, and oxidation means the metal will undergo oxidation, means loss of electrons will be taking place. So that we discussed that about electrochemical series, knowing about potential of the electrodes, and we know about electrochemical series arrangement of the all electrodes by knowing its standard potential of electrodes and arranging the metals which are more reactive, that is placed in top of the series, and the metals which are very less reactive, that is placed at the bottom of the series. So why it is important means here we are going to discuss about corrosion in metals. So which are the metals will easily undergo corrosion, and which are the metals will be that does not undergo corrosion, or it will be less reactive in presence of environment. So in nature, metals are found in free state. It is not found in free state due to their reactivity, because the metals which are pure metals, they are not in a free state. Okay, it is the ore from which the metals are extracted by metallurgical process. So in nature, the ores, from the ores we extract the metals, means we purify the metals. Purification will be done by metallurgical process. We prepare the pure metals by metallurgical process by supplying certain amount of energy, by supplying certain amount of heat energy. So we go for metallurgical process, that is we extract the pure metals from the ores. Why metals are not found in their free state means, the answer to this question is that metals are thermodynamically unstable. Thermodynamically unstable in their free state means they are not in a stable condition, they are unstable, means they easily react. In the exposing to the environment, the pure metals will be easily react, and they comes to the stable condition. Condition, they will form in the form of certain compounds. They are stable in the form of certain compounds. The extracted metal has higher energy. Whereas certain compounds which are formed, the metal compounds, that will be stable, but that will have lower energy. So we can see here the ores by metallurgical operations, means by supplying some energy, it will be converted into pure metals. That pure metals, it is undergoing corrosion and forming a corrosion product which are thermodynamically stable. So you can see here, for example, gold ore, iron ore, copper ore in nature we get. So that from that different ores we extract the pure metals. So you can see here copper, lead, tin, nickel, aluminum, zinc. So many metals, what we discussed, that they will be in the form of combined form as oxides, carbonates, sulfides, chlorides, except noble metals. Noble metals will be less reactive in nature, so they does not undergo corrosion. So like example, gold, silver, platinum. So during this extraction process, so the metals will be reduced to metallic state from their ores, and during extraction of ores, considerable amount of energy is required. So what I said, that is we supply some energy to get pure metals from the ores. So compounds are in lower energy state than the metals. So what we discussed now, so the compounds which are the metal compounds which are formed from the pure metals, means the metal is reacting in environment and forming a compounds that are in lower energy state. So hence when metals are put into use in various forms, they get exposed to environment such as dry gases, moisture, liquids, etc., and slowly the exposed metal surface begin to decay by conversion into a compound. Nothing but the metal undergoes corrosion, and it will convert into a compound. So here what we discussed, that from the ores we are getting a pure metals. That pure metals we will take and will prepare some. Here some we can see, for example, we are preparing bowls, nuts. So some other equipments also we prepare what we use in industries. So here you see about that bolt and nuts, when we are using that a pure metal, for example pure iron metal, so that will undergo corrosion when it is exposed to the environment. So the metal will react with oxygen present in the environment and it will form like oxides. It's nothing but the metal is undergoing corrosion. So what we understood, that cause of corrosion means nothing but the metal is converted into a metallic compound. The metal is in the presence of environment, it will undergo oxidation, nothing but the metal is losing electrons and converting into a metallic compound. So here we can see that the conversion of metal into compounds, it will be in the form of oxides, ferric oxide, or carbonates, calcium carbonate, or chlorates, tin chloride, and sulfides, lead sulfate. These are the compounds. So these are the compounds formed that when iron it is exposed to the oxygen, forming a ferric oxide. When calcium is exposed to the environment, forming a calcium carbonate, and tin is exposed to the chlorine atmosphere, forming a tin chloride, and lead exposing to the sulfur environment, forming a lead sulfate. So this is about causes of corrosion, that metal is converting into a metal compound. When it is exposed to the environment, it will undergo oxidation. So now we understood what is causes of corrosion. Now we are going to hear what is definition of corrosion. So here corrosion is the process of formation of a compound of pure metal by the chemical reaction between metallic surface and its environment. Means formation of a compound of a pure metal. The pure metal, it is forming like a compound. When it forms like a compound, when it reacts, means chemically, when it reacts in presence of the environment, where is the reaction taking place? That is the chemical reaction between metallic surface on the surface of the metal and in presence of environment. So it is oxidation process. Oxidation process means nothing but the metal is undergoing oxidation, means that is losing electrons. Metal is losing electrons. So it causes loss of metal. What happens when the metal is converting into metal compound? What is happening? Loss of metal is taking place. So disintegration of the metal by its surrounding chemicals through the chemical reaction on the surface of the metal is called corrosion. So this is the definition of corrosion. So what is the definition of corrosion? Means disintegration of a metal by its surrounding chemicals through the chemical reaction on the surface of the metal is called corrosion. So corrosion can be defined as destruction or deterioration of metal by chemical reaction. So the destruction of metal by its surrounding chemicals through the chemical reaction on the surface of the metal is called corrosion. So destruction of metal, it starts at the surface when it is exposed to the atmosphere, water, air, any other liquid medium. So this phenomenon is called corrosion. So for example, the formation of rust on the surface of iron. So when iron metal is exposed to the environment, a rust is formed. Rust is formed on the surface of iron, or it is called rusting of iron. Or we can take another example, formation of a green film Formation of green film on the surface of the copper. On the surface of the copper. When copper metal is exposed to the atmosphere, a green film, a green layer, it is formed on the surface of the copper. So this is called corrosion. That is the metals undergoing corrosion in presence of environment, or in presence of any conditions, dry conditions, or in presence of moisture conditions, the metal will undergo corrosion. So what are the responsible factors for the corrosion of the metals are metal itself maybe, or environmental chemicals, or temperature and design of the equipment. So we can know now the definition. We understood that any process of deterioration or destruction or consequent loss of solid metallic material through unwanted chemical or electrochemical attack by its environment at its surface is called corrosion. Thus, corrosion is a reverse process of extraction of the metals. So, example means what is the reverse process of extraction of metals means when we are taking the ores and we are preparing a pure metals by supplying some energy. Supplying some energy means the pure metals are there in excited state, they are in higher energy state, but after corrosion taking place in metals, they comes to the lower energy state. They comes to the lower energy state, but they are stable compounds. So examples, rusting of iron, we already discussed that iron, it undergoes corrosion and forming a reddish layer of scale is formed on the surface of the metal. Okay. Next, formation of green film, that is forming copper carbonate, copper hydroxide, that is a green layer formed on the surface of the copper when it is exposed to the moist air containing CO2. Now, we discussed now causes of corrosion. You understood everybody, that is metal, it is converting into metal compound, that is metal undergoing oxidation and forming a corrosion product. But here the loss of the metal is taking place. So some properties will be lost here in the metals when metals are undergoing corrosion. Disadvantages of corrosion. So the process of corrosion is slow. It won't take place in 1 day or 2 days or 1 month. It may take some years also. So the process of corrosion is slow and occurs only at the surface of the metals. So when metal is exposed to the environment, the metal immediately, all metal, it does not destroy, means it starts at the surface of the metal, but the loss incurred are enormous, but loss will be more. Destruction of machines, equipments, building materials and different types of metallic products, structures, etc. It undergoes corrosion. So the loss will be very huge. So it is estimated that the loss due to corrosion are approximately $2 to $2.5 billion per annum all over the world. So this much $1 billion of money it is wasting every year all over the world, that is $2 to $2.5 billion per annum all over the world, that when metals are undergoing corrosion. So effects of corrosion. So when metal is undergoing corrosion, wastage of the metal in the form of its compounds. So wastage of the metal is taking place. Then for example, I told iron oxide forming, that when iron is exposed to the atmospheric conditions, means reacting with oxygen, it will form iron oxide, means iron oxide, that is compound, but wastage of the iron metal is taking place. The valuable metallic properties like conductivity, that is allowing the electricity to pass through them. So conductivity, malleability, ductility, means like drawing into wires, sheets, etc. It will be that properties will be lost due to corrosion in metals. And lifespan or efficiency of metallic parts of machinery and fabrication will be reduced. So for example, boilers are damaged due to corrosion. We know boilers we used for steam production. We use for steam production. By taking that steam, production of electricity will be there. So that electricity we will use for different purpose. So boilers are damaged due to corrosion. Okay, because of corrosion, pipes are blocked and pumps are difficult to operate. Not only boilers, the other example, pipes will be blocked and pumps will be difficult to operate when these metals will undergo corrosion. For example, iron pipe. Iron pipe, it will be undergoing corrosion means, so it will be blocking will be taking place, and pumps also it will be difficult to operate. So there are so many effects will be there when metals are undergoing corrosion. So you can see here the boiler, how it is undergoing corrosion. You can see that some pipes it is undergoing corrosion when it is exposed to the environment. So in India, more than 6 lakh crore every year on account of corrosion. So that loss is taking place in India. Okay, in United States this amount to over like 1 ton per year loss will be taking place when metals are undergoing corrosion. Some of the major accidents due to corrosion: Aloha incident, Bhopal incident, Silver Bridge, sinking of the Erika, Prudhoe Bay, 2006 oil spill. All these various accidents, major accidents that have taken place due to only corrosion in metals. So accident due to stress corrosion in Silver Bridge. So here you can see the Silver Bridge collapsed under the weight of rush hour traffic, resulting in the death of 46 people. So here, so this Silver Bridge it is collapsed. Why? Means due to the stress corrosion. It happened in December 15th in 1967. So why the Silver Bridge is collapsed means only due to the due to the stress corrosion is taken place in Silver Bridge. Next, Aloha Airlines flight. So this is also that accident was caused by metal fatigue, that is by crevice corrosion. So this Aloha Airlines flight that is collapsed due to the crevice corrosion. So we discussed till now about the causes of corrosion and effects of corrosion and what is corrosion. What is causes of corrosion? That is a pure metal, it will undergo corrosion in presence of environment and convert into a metal compound, that is nothing but corrosion product. So here oxidation takes place in metals, that is nothing but corrosion. So what is corrosion means? That is destruction of the metal is taking place when the metals are exposed to the environment. A chemical reaction is taking place between the metals and the atmosphere, and here metal is undergoing oxidation, and in atmospheric condition, for example oxygen, that will undergo reduction reaction, and where metal will undergo corrosion and rust formation will be taking place on the surface of the metals. So next we are going to discuss about here theories of corrosion. Corrosion can be explained by two theories: dry or chemical corrosion, wet or electrochemical corrosion. So this corrosion, first theory of corrosion, that is dry or chemical corrosion. This type of corrosion mainly takes place by direct chemical action of environment, that is by direct attack of the atmospheric gases such as oxygen, halogens, chlorine, for example H2S, hydrogen sulfide, SO2, and nitrogen or anhydrous inorganic liquids on the surface when they are in contact with the metals. So this dry corrosion mainly it takes place by direct chemical action of the environment, by direct attack of the atmospheric gases. So there are three main types of chemical corrosion: corrosion by oxygen or oxidation corrosion, corrosion by other gases, SO2, CO2, H2S and F2, and liquid metal corrosion. So dry corrosion means, so that is in the absence of moisture, in dry conditions, in dry atmosphere, the metal will undergo corrosion. Okay, it will be taking place in three types: corrosion by oxygen, that is called oxidation corrosion, corrosion by other gases, and liquid metal corrosion. Oxidation corrosion, it is taken place by direct action of oxygen either at high or low temperature, usually in the absence of moisture. In the absence of moisture, at high temperature, all metals are attacked by oxygen and are oxidized except noble metals like silver, gold, platinum. Means at high temperature, almost all metals will be attacked by oxygen and are oxidized except the noble metals. Noble metals, it does not undergo corrosion. At ordinary, why these noble metals are not undergoing corrosion means they are very less reactive. They are very less reactive in nature. They does not undergo corrosion. So at ordinary temperature, generally all metals are slightly attacked, but mainly the alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, etc. and alkaline earth metals, beryllium, calcium, strontium, etc. are attacked very rapidly and get oxidized readily. Means which are the metals will easily undergo corrosion means the metals which are more electropositive in nature. The metals which are more electropositive in nature. Which are the metals are more electropositive in nature? For example, lithium, sodium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, the beryllium. So these metals that are attacked rapidly, that will undergo oxidation very easily, and very easily means nothing but these metals will undergo corrosion. So mechanism of oxidation corrosion. So we will know here very clearly about how oxidation corrosion taking place in metals. Nothing but when metal is exposed to the oxygen, how the reaction is taking place on the surface of the metal, okay, and what is the how oxidation corrosion is taking place. So oxidation occurs first at the surface of the metal. Means when metal is exposed to the oxygen, so oxidation takes place in the metal. Okay, so means nothing but metal is losing electrons. That is called oxidation. And here a metal oxide scale is formed. Metal oxide scale is formed on the surface of the metal. Metal oxide scale is formed, and it will act as a barrier for further oxidation. Means further oxidation, it may takes place or it may does not takes place. It will act as a barrier for further oxidation. So for oxidation to continue through this metal oxide scale, either the metal must diffuse outward through the scale to the surface, or the oxygen must diffuse inward through the scale to the underlying metal. Means when metal is exposed to the oxygen, so what I said, a metal oxide scale means like a layer is formed on the surface of the metal. So further what happens, either the metal will diffuse outward through the metal oxide layer to the surface, or the oxygen, or it must diffuse inward through the metal oxide layer to the underlying metal. So in this way the oxidation corrosion takes place. Either the metal will diffuse outward or oxygen must diffuse inward through the scale to the underlying metal. Both transfers occur, but the outward diffusion of the metal is generally much more rapid than the inward diffusion of oxygen. So here what happens, both transfer occurs, but mostly what is taking place here means the outward diffusion of the metal is much more rapid than inward diffusion of oxygen. Means the diffusion of the metal is diffusing more rapidly towards the outside of the surface of the metal, and it will react with the oxygen compared to the inward diffusion of oxygen. Means why the metal ion is appreciably smaller than the oxide ion. Means metal ion is smaller than oxide ion, and it will diffuse more rapidly outside. And outward diffusion of the metal takes place to the surface and undergoes corrosion. So therefore the metal ion has much higher mobility. So the metal ion have higher mobility than the oxide ion. So how mechanism of oxidation corrosion takes place here? The metal ions will have much higher mobility. It will diffuse, outward diffusion will be taking place of the metal towards the oxygen and undergoes corrosion when it reacts with the oxide ions. So we can see in this diagram, we can see very clearly, see this metal is exposed to the atmospheric conditions at like oxygen. So here the metal is undergoing oxidation reaction. The metal is undergoing, that is metal is here loss of electron is taking place in the metal. So you can see metal ion formation and electrons are losing here. This is called oxidation reaction. So what is oxidation reaction? Loss of electrons from the metal, that is called oxidation reaction. So metal, when it is exposed to the oxygen, immediately that metal will undergo oxidation. It will undergo oxidation, and metal here when it after undergoing oxidation, that metal ions, so from the here you can see on the surface of the metal, the metal ion, it is diffusing outward. It is diffusing outward towards the oxide ions, and it will react with oxide ions. And here you can see formation of metal oxide is formed on the surface of the metals. So here when metal is undergoing oxidation, loss of electron is taking place, and here that electrons are taken by oxygen. You can see here the reaction, half O2 plus 2 electrons gives rise to half O2 minus. So here reduction reaction is nothing but gain of electrons. The oxygen is taking electrons and reduced to the here oxide ions. So these oxide ions and metal ions, and it is reacting and forming a here metal oxide layer. It is formed on the surface of the metal. So you understood everybody, I think, mechanism of oxidation corrosion. When metal is exposed to the oxygen, metal is undergoing oxidation reaction, nothing but metal is losing electrons. So then the electrons are taken by oxygen and the reduction is taking place, nothing but gain of electrons by oxygen, and it is forming oxide ions. That oxide ions and metal ions, it will react at the surface of the metal and forming a metal oxide layer or metal oxide scale at the surface of the metal. So here formation of metal oxide is taken place on the surface of the metal. So this is about mechanism of oxidation corrosion, that is corrosion here in presence of oxygen. How does it takes place? Okay, when metal is exposed to the environment, that is in presence of oxygen. So inward diffusion of oxide ions through the scale is taken place here, and here you can see outward diffusion of the fast moving of the Mn plus 2 ions that is moving metal ions that is moving through the scale. Here you can see, and where they are forming like a layer on the surface of the metal. Okay, so this is about oxidation corrosion, that is mechanism of oxidation corrosion. You can see from the reactions very clearly. So metal is undergoing oxidation reaction, loss of electrons and metal ions, and these electrons are taken by oxygen and undergoing reduction reaction and forming a oxide ions, and these metal ions and oxide ions, metal ions and oxide ions, and forming a here metal oxides. So you can see the metal ions and oxide ions when it reacts and forming a metal oxide scale on the surface of the metal. So this is the reaction taking place. The metal is undergoing oxidation reaction and the oxygen, it is undergoing a reduction reaction, and these metal ions and oxide ions forming a metal oxide. So the another diagram you can see, you can understand very clearly how these electrons are taken by oxygen and forming a oxide ion, and reacting of metal ions and oxide ions and forming a metal oxide. So till now we understood very clearly about oxidation corrosion, that is when metal is exposed to the oxygen, here the metal is undergoing oxidation reaction, and oxygen, it is undergoing reduction reaction, where metal oxide layer is formed on the surface of the metal. So here how this nature of the metal oxide formed is, here there are different types of oxide films are formed. We can discuss some 4 different types of metal oxide layers are formed on the surface of the metals. The first one is a stable layer. A stable layer, when it is formed on the surface of the metal, there won't be any corrosion taking place. Why means this layer, it behaves as a protective coating. It will behave as a protective coating, and this layer will be impervious in nature. Means when this stable layer is formed on the surface of the metal, that from that layer oxygen, it does not diffuse into the metal, and that metal does not undergo corrosion. So where this stable layer is formed in metals means, for example, we can take aluminium and lead, copper, tin. These metals will have this stable oxide layer. Means for example, now you take one aluminum metal that is exposed to the environment. That aluminum metal, it does not undergo corrosion. Why it does not undergo corrosion? The aluminum metal, when it is exposed to the dry atmosphere, when it is exposed to the oxygen in absence of moisture, that aluminum metal, it will have a stable oxide layer. Stable oxide layer on the surface of the aluminum metal, so preventing further oxidation. Nothing but further oxidation process does not take place in the aluminum metal. Means when metals, all these metals are having a stable layer, so when these metals are exposed to the environment, immediately stable layer is formed on the surface of the metal in presence of oxygen, but that metals are does not undergoing oxidation. By means the stable layer, it is like a protective coating on the surface of these metals. So this is one type of layer, stable layer formed on the surface of the metals. Next, unstable layer. The oxide layer formed here, it will be unstable. So when metal is exposed to the oxygen, so you see in this diagram, unstable metal oxide is formed. Unstable metal oxide layer is formed. So here the metal oxide layer, when it is formed, since this is unstable metal oxide layer, it is not a stable metal oxide layer, it is unstable metal oxide layer. So it does not stay on the surface of the metal. It will undergo, it will decompose immediately. It will decompose back into metal and oxygen. So you can see here metal and oxygen. Means the metal, it will be here, it does not undergo corrosion. Immediately it will decompose into metal and oxygen. So this type of corrosion, oxidation corrosion here means this type of unstable metal oxide layers are formed here mostly in these metals like silver, gold, platinum. These does not undergo oxidation corrosion. Why means these metals like silver, gold, platinum, these metals only will have the unstable layer, unstable metal oxide layer. So immediately it will decompose. That layer will be after forming, it will decompose immediately into metal and oxygen, and metal does not undergo corrosion. If the stable layer is there, that metal does not undergo corrosion because it is like a protective coating, and further oxidation reaction does not take place. If unstable layer is formed on the surface of the metal, then also no corrosion taking place here because immediately that layer will be decomposes into metal and oxygen, and here also there won't be any oxidation corrosion taking place here. So next, volatile layer. So some metals will have volatile metal oxide layer. For example, we take the molybdenum metal. So when molybdenum metal is exposed to the environment, volatile metal oxide layer is formed. Volatile metal oxide layer, when it is formed, so immediately that part of the metal oxide layer, it starts evaporating, means it will evaporate. That part of the metal will be evaporate. Again the next part of the metal, it will react with oxygen, and again that part of the metal forming a metal oxide layer, volatile metal oxide layer. Again that part of the metal will be evaporated. Again the other part of the metal, so here it will be exposed to the oxygen and forming a volatile metal oxide layer, and that part also evaporated. So it is called like a continuous process, continuously oxidation reaction taking place, means continuously here the metal oxide layer, it volatilizes, it evaporates. So here completely the metal will undergo corrosion. So here the oxide layer formed here is, it is volatile in nature and evaporates as soon as it is formed, so thereby leaving the underlying metal surface exposed for further attack. So this causes rapid continuous corrosion. This is called continuous corrosion. So the vaporized metal oxide layer that will be evaporating immediately, and again the other metal part will be it is exposed to the oxygen, and it will undergo reaction, chemical reaction, means it will undergo oxidation reaction, and it will again forming volatile metal oxide layer, that part also will be evaporated. So it is called continuous corrosion. So it is leading to excessive corrosion. The entire part of the metal will undergo corrosion. So this is a very severe corrosion, it is called, that is volatile layer. So the molybdenum, it is forming a volatile molybdenum oxide layer on the surface of the metal. So stable layer, if it is formed, the metal does not undergo corrosion. If unstable layer is formed, the metal does not undergo corrosion. If volatile layer is formed, very dangerous. Here what is that is continuous corrosion is taking place due to the formation of volatile metal oxide layer on the surface of the metals. The other fourth type of oxide film formed on the surface of the metal, a porous layer is formed on the surface of the metals, that is porous metal oxide layer is formed on the surface of the metals. So here, for example, take the iron metal, when it is exposed to the atmosphere, that is in presence of oxygen. So in which conditions, means when iron is attacked by H2S, hydrogen sulfide, high temperature forms porous iron sulfide layer. So when porous here metal oxide layer is formed on the surface of the metal, then through that pores oxygen, it will diffuse and undergo reaction, that is chemical reaction, that will undergoing oxidation reaction, and further here corrosion will be continuous, and the entire metal will undergo corrosion. So here the porous layer, it contains pores or cracks will be there. So in these cases, the atmospheric oxygen it will has the access to the underlying surface of the metal through the pores or cracks of the layer, thereby corrosion continues here until the entire metal it is converting into its oxide. So this is also dangerous corrosion, severe corrosion, where the entire part of the metal it will undergo corrosion. So here we understood clearly about 4 types of the layers, that is a stable layer, unstable layer, volatile layer, and porous layer. So the nature of the oxide film on the surface of the metals will be 4 types. So in these 4 types, stable layer, unstable layer, when it is formed on the surface of the metal, that metal does not undergo corrosion, and when volatile layer is formed and porous layer is formed, that metal will undergo corrosion. So here when metals are exposed to the oxygen, so here that metals will have a metal oxide layer formation on the surface of the metal. So if metal oxide layer is like it is a stable layer and unstable layer, that metal does not undergo corrosion. If metal oxide layer is a porous layer or volatile layer, that metal will undergo corrosion. So according to Pilling-Betworth rule. So the scientist Pilling-Betworth, according to this scientist, how the metals are undergoing corrosion means there are two types of layers will be formed on the surface of the metal. So first one is porous layer, protective layer is formed, that is non-porous layer, and second type is that is non-protective layer is formed. Here that is porous layer is formed. So here how this Pilling-Betworth explained is that this oxide layer, that is the metal oxide layer, when it is formed on the surface of the metal, so if that volume of the metal oxide, if it is more than the, if it is greater, okay, if it is more than the volume of the metal, okay, volume of the metal, then that metal will have the protective layer, that metal does not undergo corrosion. So the other way we can say that here, when the volume of the oxide layer is less, than the volume of the metal, then the oxide layer is porous and it is not protective, and that metal will undergo oxygen. Why? Because it cannot prevent the access of oxygen to the fresh metal surface. So we can tell here by taking the specific volume ratio. If the specific volume ratio is small, then the rate of corrosion will be large. If the specific volume ratio is more, then the corrosion will be less. So here there are two types of layers are formed according to Pilling-Betworth, that is protective layer and non-protective layer. If the protective layer is formed, no corrosion in metals, corrosion does not take place in metals. If non-protective layer is formed, then corrosion takes place in metals. So here, if volume of metal oxide layer is more than the volume of the metal, then no corrosion in metals. If the volume of the metal oxide layer is lesser than the volume of the metal, then corrosion will be taking place. For example, you can take the metals lithium, sodium, potassium, magnesium. These metals will be forming oxides of volume lesser than volume of the metals, means the metal oxide layer which are formed on the surface of these metals, that will be lesser than volume of the metals, So it means like these metals will have some non-protective layers, porous layers, that metals will undergo corrosion. So these layers are porous and non-protective. So these metals will undergo corrosion immediately, more rapidly. The corrosion takes place in these kind of the metals. On the other hand, for example, take the aluminium metal. It forms oxide, but here what the volume of metal oxide layer which is formed on the surface of aluminium metal, so that volume of metal oxide layer is that is greater than volume of the metal. So therefore aluminium, what the metal oxide layer is formed, it is like protective layer it is formed. It is tightly adhering protective layer which is non-porous layer is formed, where that aluminium metal, it does not undergo corrosion. So according to Pilling-Betworth, here the volume of the metal oxide layer on the surface of the metal, if it is more than the volume of the metal oxide, that metals does not undergo corrosion. It forms like a protective layer on the surface of the metal. If the volume of the metal oxide layer is formed on the surface of the metal, means it is like a volume of metal oxide layer is less compared to the volume of the metal, that metal forming a non-protective layer, that metals will undergo corrosion. So we are taking examples also. Lithium metal will undergo immediately, it will undergo corrosion. Why? Because it is non-protective layer is formed. Non-protective layer is formed on the surface of lithium metal. Whereas aluminum metal, where it is having a protective layer is formed on the surface of aluminum metal, it does not undergo corrosion. Next, corrosion due to other gases. Till now we discussed about oxidation corrosion. So when metal is exposed to the oxygen, the metal it is forming a metal oxide layer is formed on the surface of the metals. So there are 4 types of layers are formed: stable, unstable, volatile layer and porous layer. And according to Pilling-Bentworth rule, there are 2 types of layers are formed: protective layer and non-protective layer. So this is about oxidation corrosion. So in oxidation corrosion, so we can understand in one sentence that the metal is exposed to the oxygen, forming a here the metal oxide layer is formed on the surface of the metal. How metal oxide layer is formed? The metal is undergoing oxidation reaction and losing loss of electron is taking place from the metal. That electrons are gained by the oxygen, that is reduction reaction is taking place, that is oxide ions are forming, and these metal ions and oxide ions combining reacting, forming a metal oxide layer on the surface of the metal. Now here in dry corrosion, the another type is corrosion due to other gases also. Till now we discussed that about metal undergoing corrosion in presence of oxygen. Here due to other gases also the corrosion is taking place in metals like SO2, CO2, Cl2, H2S, F2. Okay, in this we can take for example silver chloride film. Silver chloride film is formed on the surface of the silver metal. On the surface of the silver metal, when it is exposed to the chlorine gas, means when silver metal is exposed to the chlorine gas, silver chloride film, it is formed on the surface of the silver metal. It is a protective layer. What type of layer is formed on the surface of silver metal? When it is exposed to the chlorine gas, silver chloride film is formed. Silver chloride layer is formed on the surface of the silver metal, so which is a protective layer is formed, so that silver metal it does not undergo corrosion. When you are taking any silver metal and keeping in chlorine gas, keeping in exposed to the chlorine gas, but silver metal does not undergo corrosion. Why? Because it is containing a protective layer is formed on the surface of the silver metal. And another example, so when we take petroleum industries, iron metal, it is undergoing corrosion in high temperature when it is exposed to the hydrogen sulfide gas. Why? Means that iron it is reacting with the sulfur and forming a iron sulfide. Iron sulfide scale is formed, but iron sulfide scale is porous. Porous layer is formed on the surface of iron metal. So this is like a dangerous, means this iron metal will undergo corrosion. It will undergo corrosion. Further oxidation reaction will be continuous and it will undergo corrosion. So when these metals are exposed to the other gases also, protective layers will be formed and non-protective layers will be formed, and this metal will undergo corrosion, or the metals does not undergo corrosion. And liquid metal corrosion. The third one is liquid metal corrosion, dry corrosion. This corrosion occurs due to chemical action of flowing liquid metal at high temperature on a solid metal. So you can understand clearly here liquid metal it is flowing on a solid metal. Liquid metal flowing on a solid metal. When liquid metal is flowing on a solid metal at a higher temperature, and this type of corrosion takes place. Liquid metal corrosion takes place when liquid metal is flowing on the surface of the solid metal, then liquid metal corrosion takes place. This corrosion reaction, how does it takes place? Means either dissolution of a solid metal, means a solid metal is dissolving by a liquid metal. Solid metal it will undergo means a dissolution of solid metal, it will be taken place by liquid metal, or internal penetration of the liquid metal. The liquid metal penetrates into the solid metal. It will be penetrates into the solid metal. So in two ways the liquid metal corrosion takes place. Either the solid metal is dissolved by the liquid metal and undergoes corrosion, or liquid metal penetrates into the solid metal and the metal will undergo corrosion. So we can take the example. So it is observed in nuclear reaction where sodium metal it is used as a coolant. In nuclear reactors it will be used as a coolant, leads to corrosion of cadmium. So when we are taking this sodium metal that is used as a coolant, that leads to the corrosion of cadmium. So the cadmium metal, it will undergo corrosion. Okay, so this is one example, that is a liquid metal corrosion. The liquid metal corrosion it takes place by here when liquid metal is flowing at high temperature on solid metal. It takes place either by dissolution of solid metal by a liquid metal, or internal penetration of liquid metal into a solid metal. So example, we already we discussed that here, that the sodium metal, when it is flowing on the surface of cadmium, that cadmium metal, it is undergoing corrosion. So we completed dry corrosion. Dry corrosion, I think everyone understood, that is oxidation corrosion, corrosion by other gases, and liquid metal corrosion. So we discussed about what is causes of corrosion, effects of corrosion, and dry corrosion. Means in theories of corrosion, there are two types of theories of corrosion: dry corrosion, wet corrosion. So the second theory of corrosion is wet or electrochemical corrosion. And this type of corrosion, here we observe that when a conducting liquid in contact with the metal, means previously we discussed in dry corrosion, that is metal is undergoing corrosion in absence of moisture, but here when metal is undergoing corrosion means in presence of moisture, means when metal is contacting with a conducting liquid. Or this is one way, that is when metal is contacting with the conducting liquid, then that metal will undergo corrosion. Or when two dissimilar metals means different metals, like take zinc, copper, like two dissimilar metals or any two alloys, or either it will be immersed, two metals will be, it is completely immersed in conducting liquid, or it is partially dipped in a solution. Either it is partially dipped in a solution or completely dipped in a solution, when then metal will be undergoing corrosion. So this is another way the metals undergo corrosion. Then corrosion occurs here on the surface of the metals by forming here like anodic and cathodic areas, and here between where which current flows through the conducting solution. So when we take the metal, so there on the surface of the metal anodic cathodic areas are formed. And here the current flows through the conducting solution. Means the flow of electrons, it flows through the conducting solution and undergoes corrosion at the anodic area of the metal. So in the anodic area, oxidation reaction taking place. So if, for example, if you are taking any metal, for example iron metal, on the surface of the iron metal, one part of the iron metal, it becomes anodic area, the other part of the iron metal, it becomes cathodic area. So what happens here? The anodic area, at anodic area oxidation reaction takes place. So anodic metal, it will be destroyed by dissolving or forming a compound such as an oxide. So anodic area, oxidation reaction taking place, that is nothing but that part of the metal will undergo oxidation reaction. So here corrosion always occurs at anodic areas only. So here you see at anode the metal is undergoing oxidation reaction, the metal is losing electrons and forming a metal ions. And at cathode the metal ions gaining electrons undergoing reduction reaction, and it will be reduced to the metal. So these are the reactions taking place on the surface of the metal in the presence of moisture, in the presence of conducting liquid medium. And here the metal is, some part of the metal undergoing anodic reaction, some part of the metal is undergoing cathodic reaction. So where the cathodic area is there, that is a reduction reaction takes place. So the metal which is acting as a cathode, so it is reduced, okay, and therefore it cannot here cathodic reaction, it is not affected, means it is undergoing reduction reaction, it takes electrons, it is reduced to the metal, it does not undergo reaction, it does not undergo corrosion. Only anodic areas only it will undergo oxidation reaction, that is loss of electrons, where metal ions are formed, and that part of the metal is affected, that part of the metal undergoing corrosion. So at cathodic part, here what is happening at cathodic part, so it is accepting the electrons here and forming like ions, like hydroxide ions, oxide ions here, that is forming at cathodic areas of the metal. So the metallic ions from the anodic part and non-metallic ions from the cathodic part that will diffuse towards each other and through the conducting medium and form a corrosion product, somewhere between anode and cathode. So at anodic area of the metal, corrosion means at anodic area of the metal corrosion takes place, nothing but oxidation reaction takes place. At the cathodic area of the metal, reduction takes place. So here from the anodic part of the metal, that metallic ions, that metal ions, and from the cathodic area of the metal, that is oxide ions, it will diffuse towards each other through the conducting medium, and it will form like a corrosion product, nothing but we say that rust like, forming like a corrosion product. It is formed somewhere between either between anode and cathode. So the electrons which are here free at anodic part, it will flow through the metal, and finally it is consumed in the cathodic reaction, nothing but this is the reduction reaction at in cathodic area. So in electrochemical corrosion, so mainly formation of anodic and cathodic areas is taking place on the surface of the metal. Electrical contact between the cathodic and anodic parts, okay, to enable the conduction of electrons. So an electrolyte through which the ions can diffuse or migrate, this is usually provided by moisture. So here the metal undergoing reaction here in presence of moisture, that is electrochemical corrosion takes place, okay, where some part the metal will become anodic and some part of the metal become cathodic, and where anodic part of the metal will undergo oxidation reaction, cathodic part of the metal will undergo reduction reaction, and then rust formation takes place between either anode and cathode. So corrosion takes place at anode only, and formation of corrosion product it will be somewhere between the cathode and anode, but corrosion takes place at anode only, but corrosion product is somewhere between the cathode and anode. So this is about electrochemical corrosion, how it will takes place in the metals. So we know now what is electrochemical corrosion, nothing but when metal is exposed to the moisture conditions in presence of conducting liquid medium, some part of the metal will be anodic, some part of the metal will be cathodic. The anodic part of the metal will undergo oxidation and cathodic part will be undergoing reduction. So we will discuss in a detailed way mechanism of wet or electrochemical corrosion. In wet corrosion, the anodic reaction involves dissolution of the metal, nothing but we can see here the metal is undergoing oxidation reaction, it is losing electrons and giving metal ions, whereas cathodic reaction here the in presence of moisture like oxygen, okay, it will gain electrons, and it will form like hydroxide ions, oxide ions, and it will react with the metal ions, then only corrosion product is formed. So this cathodic reaction it will takes place in two ways. In electrochemical corrosion it will takes place in two ways: evolution of hydrogen type corrosion, absorption of oxygen type corrosion. Depending on nature of the corrosive environment, there are in two ways that electrochemical corrosion takes place or wet corrosion takes place. So hydrogen evolution type corrosion, in this type of corrosion, that is when metal is exposed to the acidic environment, for example, in the corrosion of, for example, when we take the iron metal, corrosion of iron metal, so here you can see here dissolution of iron takes place. Means the iron metal, it will undergo oxidation reaction, so ferrous ions are forming with the liberation of electrons, in acidic environment. That electrons it will be taken by the H plus ions in the acidic environment. In acidic environment means what is present in acidic environment? H plus ions. That H plus ions, it will take the electrons and it will reduce to H2 gas, means undergoing reduction reaction. So here where H plus ions are eliminated as H2 gas, so the electrons flows through the metal from anode to cathode in acidic region, where H plus ions are eliminated as H2 gas. You can understand the reaction very clearly here. That is iron, it is losing electrons, and that electrons are gained by H plus ions in acidic environment and reduced to H2 gas. And overall reaction will be, that is iron plus here 2 H plus ions, and where we are getting metal ions, ferrous ions, and here eliminating the or evolution of hydrogen gas is taking place. And this type of corrosion is called hydrogen evolution type corrosion. So this type of corrosion it causes displacement of hydrogen ions from the acidic solution by metal ions. And in hydrogen evolution type corrosion, the anodes will be very large areas and cathodes will be small areas. So anodes will be very large areas, so more anodic area will be there and small cathodic area will be there in hydrogen evolution type corrosion. So all metals above hydrogen in electrochemical series. So in electrochemical series, we know about electrochemical series. So the metals which are placed above hydrogen, all that metals like lithium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, all that metals that have the tendency to get dissolved in acidic solution. Means when you take all these metals and exposed to the acidic solution, and these metals will undergo oxidation reaction and evolution of hydrogen takes place, and that metal will undergo corrosion. So you can see here in this diagram very clearly, you can understand from this diagram. So here iron metal exposed to the acidic solution, where here there will be large anodic area will be there, and this part of the area is anodic area and the small part will be cathodic area. And this large anodic area where iron, it is losing electrons, undergoing oxidation reaction and is giving metal ions. And here the small cathodic area where that electrons are gained by the, means the electrons are flowing through the metal, that is gained by the H plus ions and reduced to H2 gas, and this metal will undergo corrosion. So we discussed about hydrogen evolution type corrosion, and which are the metals will undergo hydrogen evolution type corrosion. That is the metals which are undergoing corrosion in acidic environment. For example, lithium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, all these metals will undergo hydrogen evolution type corrosion. The other type is absorption of oxygen type corrosion, that is nothing but the here a neutral aqueous solution. Here metal is undergoing corrosion. For example, we take rusting of iron is taking place here in neutral aqueous solution. Here in presence of atmospheric oxygen, we will take the common example we will take here. So from this diagram we can understand easily, when iron metal is exposed to the neutral solution here, in this you can observe there will be small anodic area where corrosion takes place and large cathodic area. Why means here this type of corrosion takes place when iron metal, when it is exposed to the moisture conditions or when exposed to the neutral solutions. So when any crack or any scratch, if it is formed on the surface of iron metal, means that breaking of the oxide layer is when it is happening on the surface of the iron metal, then only that small cracked part it will behave as a anode, and the large part of the iron that area becomes cathode. Means here you see the iron metal, and here where that iron metal is containing here oxide layer is formed, metal oxide layer is formed. Means it is like a protective layer only. It is like a protective layer only. When any scratch is there, when any crack is there, then only this part will act as anode and the rest of the part will act as a cathode. So in this type of corrosion, that is absorption of oxygen type corrosion, when any crack is there on the surface of iron metal, that cracked part will become will undergo corrosion. It will act as anode, undergo corrosion, undergo oxidation reaction. Means that part of the metal will lose electrons, and that electrons are taken by the here that electrons are taken by the oxygen, and it will reduce to hydroxide ions, and this metal ions from the anode and hydroxide ions from the cathode, and where it will react and forming a ferrous hydroxide, and that nothing but that is the rust formation it is taking place, that is at cathode the rust formation is taking place here in absorption of oxygen type corrosion. So here the surface of the iron will be usually coated with a thin film of iron oxide. I told the surface of iron, it will be usually coated with a thin film of iron oxide. If this oxide film, if that have some cracks, then only that part will become anode, and the rest of the part become it will be act as a cathode. So while pure metal part act as a cathode, and anodic areas it will be very small surface parts, and the rest of the surface of the metal it forms a cathode. So at anodic part of the metal, the iron it will be dissolving and liberation of electrons taking place and forming metal ions, Fe2 plus ions, ferrous ions are forming, and these liberated electrons it flow from anodic to cathodic areas through the iron metal, during which they interact with the dissolved oxygen and moisture. You can see at here hydroxide ions are forming, that is reduction reaction is taking place, that is oxygen in presence of H2O, it is gaining electrons and reduced to hydroxide ions, and this Fe plus 2 ions, ferrous ions and hydroxide ions at cathode it will diffuse and form ferrous hydroxide precipitate is formed. When they meet with each other, ferrous hydroxide precipitate is formed. So if enough enough O2 is present, the ferrous hydroxide is easily oxidized to ferric hydroxide. The ferric hydroxide is nothing but the yellow rust is formed on the surface of the metal. Where this yellow rust is formed, it will be formed at cathode. It will be formed at or near cathode. So that is ferrous hydroxide. If enough O2 is present in presence of water, that is forming a ferric hydroxide. If supply of O2 is limited, then corrosion product may be, even it will be black anhydrous magnetite will be forming. Means like a black color layer is formed, black color rust is formed on the surface of the on iron metal. So here in absorption of oxygen type corrosion, corrosion takes place at anode, but rust is deposited at cathode. So here you can understand here from this diagram, the corrosion takes place at anode, but the rust is deposited at cathode. Why the rust is deposited at cathode? Why here only the rust is forming at cathode? Means the Fe plus 2 ions that will move faster towards the hydroxide ions and it will react with the hydroxide ions and forming rust at or near cathode. But here corrosion takes place, that is oxidation takes place at anode, but rust will be formed at cathode. Why? The Fe2 plus ions, the ferrous ions, that mobility will be very faster. It will move very fast towards the towards the hydroxide ions at cathode and react with the hydroxide ions and forming ferrous hydroxide, and ferrous hydroxide it will react with oxygen and forming a ferric hydroxide. That product is called yellow rust, that is formed on surface of the iron metal. So here these are the two types of two types of corrosion taking place in wet corrosion, that is electrochemical corrosion, that is hydrogen evolution type corrosion and oxygen absorption type corrosion. Hydrogen evolution type corrosion, where the metals it will undergo oxidation reaction and that losing electrons, that metal is losing electrons, that electrons are gained by H plus ions and reduced to H2 gas, and evolution of hydrogen is taking place, and that metal will undergo corrosion. And the other is absorption of oxygen type corrosion, and where metal is here when it is exposed to the neutral solution, metal is undergoing oxidation reaction. When metal is undergoing oxidation reaction means if any crack is developed on the surface of the iron, metal is having iron oxide scale. If any crack is there in the oxide scale only, that part will act as anode and that part will undergo oxidation reaction, and rest of the part will act as a cathode area and that part will undergo reduction reaction. By this oxidation and reduction reaction, where here the rust is formed here by here reacting of Fe2 plus ions and hydroxide ions, where ferrous hydroxide precipitate is formed. If enough oxygen is there, ferric hydroxide precipitate is formed, that is a yellow rust is formed on the surface of the metal. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.